in right now, and we are jumping in. Of course, early game, we are going to be leveling. You see those numbers on the top of your screen, the blue one and the red one. It says 1. We're starting at level 1. You got to gain XP to level as a team. There is no individual leveling done in Heroes of the Storm. You level as a team, you win as a team, and you die as a team. So watch those numbers. That will give you a good indication of how powerful the respective team members are based on their hero level.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of that experience being grabbed by doing a phase what we call laning. You'll see heroes head to the top, the middle, the bottom. And it's kind of outlined by this little gray road there on the battleground. And if the minions will actually follow that pathing. If you stay near them, you're able to soak experience, which goes towards your team experience, which levels your team up overall. So watch this team try to work together, try to gank lanes, try to delay their opponents from getting experience, while at the same time maximizing on the amount of experience that they can grab themselves.
Absolutely, and of course, this is the early part of the game. Minions are going to start flooding these lanes, and we're going to see them start to kill them to gain XP. Of course, looks like we have a couple teammates here looking to try to make plays. Zeratul hiding out in the bushes, Falstad as well, wanting to get an early pickoff if possible. And again, keep an eye out for those tributes. They will spawn in various locations in the center of the map, and we will see teams need to respond to them to go to 3 and employ the Raven Lord's Curse.
Yeah, remember those tributes do spawn randomly, and now the game has officially begun as the minions have headed Rabbit. So overall, in terms of lanes, the red team has great, powerful lanes. They have Tassadar and Tychus. They are very, very strong in terms of being able to wave clear and be able to move to the next tribute as soon as possible. So watch for them to really keep pushing their lanes.
Of course, both teams choosing to put one hero in the middle lane. Tyrael, very powerful at laning in the early game. And of course, Tassadar, known for being able to control that middle lane with his extended vision. He has an ability called Oracle, which allows him to see through the fog of war a lot farther. There was that yank. Pulling Uther back. Of course, Uther known for his large health pool, very hard to take out.
Yeah, immediately he heals himself up right away. And also, Uther is a bit of a counter to Stitches. So that's one target that Stitches actually wants to kind of stay away from, because you're able to heal up and you're able to stun Stitches and really force him to stay there as your opponents show up or your teammates show up to try and burst him down quickly. So Stitches gotta be careful when it comes to Uther, man. I know he's a cool paladin, he's a ladies' man, but you gotta stay away from him.
Yeah, just a little tickling going on here in the top lane. Of course, these teams playing the patient game, looking like they're just leveling and waiting for those tributes to spawn. We'll see exactly how aggressive they will be when they do.
Yeah, and they are going to spawn pretty soon. Around 2 to 3 minutes, you'll see your first tribute spawn in the games. Now, we did just hit level 4 for our heroes, and that means they just unlocked the talent, so they'll start powering up. And you'll see this constantly happen throughout the game. At level 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20 is where you get your talents, your heroics, and your storm powers. So watch for those level surges that happen.
Absolutely, and again, just continuing to lane. Falstad and Uther tickling away. Stitch is a little low on health there, about halfway through health. Of course, one of the things to know about in Heroes of the Storm is that you can actually heal up at the healing wells that sit behind your gates. There we see Falstad accessing that right now. It does have a cooldown, about 100 seconds, so he won't be able to heal again from that well until that cooldown recycles.
All right, first tribute is here, and now we usually around this time will have a little scuffle that happens. They try to fight and grab this tribute. Remember, the first team to 3 will get that curse. Now, we already have Tychus and Brightwing setting up, but the blue team has responded very, very quickly, actually. Falstad's on the way, and Uther. All 5 team members are actually heading to this fight. Careful there, Tassadar, in the bottom right.
Yeah, man, Tyrael taking a good bit of damage as well. Both teams trying to set up, get in proper position. Vala, though, getting a little aggressive up front there. That's not really where you want your damage dealers with low health. Falstad with the snatch. Man, he, again, one of those heroes you want to keep in the back. You don't want to lose him early.
Man, the Uther player is doing such a good job of walking up and being there for his teammates, popping out the stuns. Falstad trying to grab the tribute. It's back and forth, back and forth. And you see the red team playing a little bit more passively. That's because they want to hit the hooks. They want to pull somebody in, kill them off quickly, and then go in for a team fight. But the blue team is going to take out the fairy dragon. She flies into the trees, and other heroes are forced to retreat as well.
Man, first blood for low expectations. Momentum is sort of falling into their corner right now. It looks like they also are zoning this team out and grabbing the first tribute in their favor.
Oh, there is a hook, though, on Rhaegar. He's going to be able to get away because of his Ghost Wolf trait. He is healing up, but there's Tyrael going in for action. Tychus, though, gets away with a little bit of HP. Zeratul on the chase. He wants to get Tyrael. However, with the help of Eldruin, Tyrael was able to get away.
Yeah, man, that Angelic Flash, one of Tyrael's base abilities, allows him to be very mobile. He throws his sword and can jump to it very quickly. Super agile, mobile hero.
Okay, the main story here, though, is the blue team was able to grab 1 tribute. They are 1 level ahead of their opponents as well, so they'll be able to keep floating around with that nice amount of experience lead. If they get to level 10 before their opponents, they'll have their heroic abilities, which is a 4th ability that gives them a massive amount of power. So watch that experience bar on the top, as it's super important. Falset, though, a little out of position.
Yeah, trying to stay alive. Stitches got the hook, and it was the slow, but he did back out, kind of flirting with danger here, while Stitches and Zeratul are picking up these Siege Giants. If they can grab these Siege Giants, but blue team not having it, zoning them out, they want to pick them up instead, and they take over their opportunity. There was the bribe, yes, from the Falstad.
Bribe being used, and Team Low expectations are certainly exceeding my expectations. Man. Look at this, man. They've won a team fight. They've gotten a tribute.
The red team cannot respond, something they want to pay attention to. Zeratul, Brightwing, Taster have their eyes on Mercs themselves, looking at this night camp. Again, very same situation here. If you can take these Mercs down, they will fight in your favor and push lanes towards the core of your opponent. So, nice play by red to counter with some Mercs of their own, and we'll see exactly how this plays out.
Yeah, strong play by them by getting those Mercs pushing in the middle of the lane. That puts a little bit of pressure on the blue team, and a tribute should be spawning pretty soon. Now, it is RNG, but you can kind of feel it out about a good 90 seconds to 2 minutes fully. You can get ready for it. And there's a tribute now spawning in the next 13 seconds in the bottom right, actually on the side of Rocket Jump. They have a chance here to fight, especially if they do it before the blue team hits level 10.
Dude, yeah, level 10, so huge in Heroes of the Storm. That is when those heroic abilities come to pass for the team. And if you have that above your opponents, it makes you significantly more powerful. So blue team winning that race. Zeratul falling low right now as Stitches tries to body block out, but Stitches takes the fall. Zeratul still flirting with danger. He does back out. Tychus is separated from his team as well. That's not what you want to have happen. You need to keep your team together so they can work and collaborate.
Jesse Cox on the Uther, man, has been making plays left and right, man. And he's going to continuously do it. Ball now chasing down the Tychus. She might be able to get him with last hit. Nice! Tychus goes down, and overall the blue team is able to secure another tribute as well. They have a total of 3, and now the opponents are cursed.
Yeah, man, that curse. Let's talk about this. 1 hit point on minions. Towers do not fire. This is a significant advantage for Team Low expectations. This is the opportunity where they could choose to push these lanes, take down these towers as they're not firing, but they're not choosing to do that. They're choosing to take this opportunity to grab this huge Siege Golem, another massive Merc that can work for you in the pushing game.
A very aggressive play here from the blue team. They also just hit level 10, so they know they can do this safely. They have their heroics of their opponents, and with that Golem pushing in the bottom lane, they should be able to grab a fort, and fort awards you 2,000 experience, which is another boost to your team. Overall, Low Expectations is doing a great job of managing all their plays. They're working together, staying together, and really playing around that Uther.
Yeah, man, nice work by that team, collaborating very well. They're communicating well. It's very clear they're working together as a team and thinking like a team. Very, very heroes.
Good news for the red team, though, is they were able to actually soak up experience during all of that. They were actually able to defend a lot of the pushes that did come their way. They didn't lose any force, so they're about to hit level 10. I would not fight this if I was the red team, though. The blue team charges in, though. Serial does have his judgment. He hits Tychus once again, and he goes down.
Man, those two heroes, 2 on 5, never a good scenario in Heroes of the Storm, but hey, blue team taking more advantages when they can. Those low expectations are working for them. They're certainly rising to the occasion. This Zeratul's flirting, though, trying to stop them with his Void Prison.
Yeah, the Void Prison stops every single thing in that bubble, and he saw the Golem stop. You can't do any action while you're in that bubble. Unfortunately, there was no one there to follow up, and Zeratul is going to have to give up this Golem, and that Golem that we saw earlier pushed the bottom lane. It killed off a fort. The red team is slowly losing their infrastructure.
Yeah, man, Brightwing and Taster are trying to just sort of clean things up in that bottom lane, but now Team Low Expectations employing the opposing team's Golem to work in their favor as well on this top lane. Tychus trying to do what he can to chip away, but that's going to be a long process if he's doing it by himself.
I love the blue team strategy overall. They decided to go for guerrilla tactics. They're not wanting to fight straight up unless they catch somebody else. So they're sending mercenary camps in the bottom, sending mercenary camps in the top, and then they pull back to their side of the map, grab more. They're grabbing knights, they're grabbing giants. They're actually going for more of a PvE type of way to play this game, and that's what Heroes is all about. You can choose how you want to kind of dissect your opponents.
Yeah, man, definitely controlling the pace of the battle by employing those Mercs to work for them, and they got the red team essentially having to respond to every decision that they're making. So they certainly are in control of this game right now, not only leading in the leveling game, but certainly in map control.
Well, on the top lane, the blue team is floating around a little bit, trying to push back their opponents, but overall, with the wave wave clear there from Stitches with the slam, the Tychus, auto attacks, and overkill, and then of course Zeratul with the cleave. They're able to hold that fort down, and they were able to save it. It is a little bit lower on HP, about halfway over, but they were able to save that fort, which prevents their opponents from getting more experience.
Yep, absolutely. Red team, man, they need to figure out how to get back in this game. They're not out of it, though. This is a game where it is not over until the last hit point on the core falls. So red team is definitely in this. They just need to figure out how to start getting control of the pace of this game.
And they really do have the tools to get back into control. They have Stitches, as we mentioned, one good hook, and suddenly you're in a 5v4 scenario. It can really work out for you. And it's best to probably do that around a tribute. And we actually have one spawning pretty soon as well, so watch out for it. However, Follow goes in, and Brightwing is annihilated immediately.
Bloodlust there for the blue team, pushing Tychus back. Nice coordination with the Judgment and the Shock and Awe. Whoa, Void Prison there from the Zeratul. Very good control catching all four, but there's no way to capitalize on it. Blue team just looking crazy right now, man.
Taking two members out, and it's just a matter of a small amount of coordination. The blue team has such a great ability to really force engagements with the Uther stuns, the Judgment from Tyrael, and you see them really utilizing that to their advantage. The red team is going to have to wait for their opponent or their teammates to spawn before they even get back into a fight.
Yeah, man, blue team in control, picking up another tribute here, working on Knights as well. Red team wants to try to stop them. 4 on 5 here, though. Are they going to go for it? Zeratul can certainly Void Prison them out. They could get some synergies. Nice pick on the Tyrael. Can they take him down?
There goes the Archon, and there goes the Odin from Tychus. They're one to chase him down. However, Tyrael is going to use the Eldruin, the Angelic Flash, and just get away, and they're forced to use their heroics to actually deal with the mercenary camps. A kind of blown opportunity there for the red team, but at least they got a hook. They're getting their groove on. They're starting to work together. We can definitely see them do something in the future.
Yeah, man, they're starting to look a little sharper there in those fights, responding with their heroic abilities, and Stitch is starting to make plays, man, pulling through those bushes. That is exactly what you want to do with that hero. That's how you make the most of him. You catch the opposing team off guard, pull out a pick, and get in a 5-on-4 scenario.
All right, so you were talking a little bit earlier about death timers and how we get to the middle of the game. We're starting to hit to the mark where death timers start to increase dramatically. Around 11 to 14 minutes, you'll see the death timers start to hit the 40s, the 45 seconds, 50 seconds. So team fights become even more important now. These tributes are even more important as we accelerate towards the late game. And there goes the hook. Falstad is a great, a huge kill here if they can get it.
Yeah, man, they definitely want to take Falstad out of this fight. He is one of the main damage dealers for the blue team. They have him on the run. Counters with the Shock and Awe. Zeratul, getting picked off by the Judgment. Nice stun by Uther. Stitches and Brightwing on retreat.
Yeah, they're stuck in the back left side of the map, and they're just going to get chased down. Brightwing trying to run, but she's running into Fort. Tyrael's going to follow up. Killed off there by Eldruin. The Angel making plays left and right. 3 members down for the red team, and now with Tassadar trying to run away, he might actually get caught off as well.
Man, blue team just dissecting.
Here comes
Team
Uther.
Rocket Jump. Uther, though. Yep, he is ready.
There goes the stun. Here comes Tyrael. Follows up with the damage. There goes the Void Chip, though, for Tassadar. It's kind of his get-out-of-jail-free card, and he's able to get away, but now the blue team knocking on the front door of this middle fort.
Yeah, man, and that symbol you see over that tower shows that it is out of ammo. Our guns, the forts and towers in this game actually do have ammo, and they do replenish over time. But if you can get a situation where you have control of a tower like that, you can really whittle it away without it dealing damage on you.
All right, so the question becomes here, what does the red team do? And I like what they're doing. They're trying to defend. They're trying to soak experience. They want to get to level 16 because that is the next talent that they're able to unlock. They want to catch up with the blue team. And remember, after 16, we hit level 20, and level 20 is where you get your storm powers. These powers are game enders. They're meant to be picked up to finish off your opponents. They're massive, they're powerful, they're strong, and they're there for a reason.
Yeah, blue team already on this next siege golem. They want to get it into play. Watch out for that stun. Very interesting. They know it. They've played this game, man. I know they tried to get us with the low expectations thing, but they're certainly looking sharp.
All right, the red team, all of them, you can see on the mini-map in that bottom right corner, they are beelining down to this tribute. Remember, this tribute is very important for the blue team. If they do pick it up, they'll get a curse. They'll curse their opponents once more, and the Raven Lord will favor them. Now, watch out for Stitches. He has to hit a hook here. I would prefer it on Falstad or Rhaegar.
Yep, right now, red team setting up nice Void Prison. Oh, they couldn't get the hook. Tyrael, Judgment on Zeratul. There goes the Shriek Ray. Whoa!
The Shock and Awe.
From the Shock and Awe. Brightwing on retreat. Stitches on retreat. This is the time when the blue team cleans up, man.
Oh, Rocket Jump is running away. It's all they can do. Brightwing wants to get away. The Fairy Dragon is going to pop that fairy dust, but it's not going to... Okay, it's going to be able to get him away just barely. And we have the tribute still left there. The blue team needs to pop back. They're able to pick off Stitches as well. 4 members killed off for the red team. Blue didn't lose a single member in that fight.
Man, nice work, man. They're just looking so sharp, playing really well together, nice synergies, coordinating their talents together, and I don't know, just all around good play. And here we go. More momentum for the blue team as they push with this curse.
Oh man, the red team is certainly in trouble here, Kevin. If there is one more team fight and the blue team is able to wipe them again, it could be lights out for the entire red team. This keep being killed off is hugely important. More experience going to the blue team, and they also get catapults pushing in the lane for them. They're at a level 17 to 14 there, as pointed out by our observer. Brightwing gets picked off. Tychus is trying to do whatever he can here to kind of harass Uther, but the Golem charges forward. He's going to start slamming down the core.
Man, is this game, Tim? This could be it if the blue team decides to just finish. They're taking this team out. I think they think they see the end here, man.
Oh, Tychus will be cut off as well, and I think you're right, man. This might just be game. The core is being focused down. Team Low Expectations blowing everyone's expectations away as they come out swinging, only dying a couple of times overall. 2 kills were awarded to the red team. They're going to try and do one last stand. This is the Alamo, but it's just not quite enough as the core is cutting down to 0%. Team Low Expectations takes game number 1. And look at Jesse Cox. He's like, yeah, that's my team.
Yeah, dude.
That's my team.
Nice BM there from Rocket Jump. Maybe they're going to get this game too. But man, nice work. Good work, Jesse Cox, on that Uther. Nice play, guys. Good healing from the Rhaegar as well. And man, very exciting play here.
Oh man, dude, the MVP for that game was certainly Jesse Cox, man. He walked up, he stunned, he pulled out the Divine Storms, and he was an absolute beast. Husky did well as well.
Yeah,
Complete
man.
beast overall. I was certainly surprised by all of their play.
Yeah, dude. Very interesting to see how Rocket Jump is going to try to get back into this best-of-3 situation right now. Team Low Expectation has the momentum, 1-0. Man, we'll have to
Dude,
figure
Rocket
it
Jump
out.
can get into it, man. They just need to put the oil in the machine,
Yeah,
have
dude.
some fun, and go at it. They were totally there with the fights. They were just a little bit off, and Team Low Expectations working
So we're going to take a quick look at our Turtle Beach playback right now. Let's check it out.
Wow, Uther just walked up there and got the stun of Brightwing. That's an immediate kill, and you really see the Golem here just like walking down the lane. And at this point, the blue team, you see him sit behind the Golem and just pay as well, although he is a damage dealer, doesn't have his arc enough, so he just sits there, he side storms a little bit, but with all the heroics from the blue team, it's just going to be game over.
Yeah, man, there's just no way to respond at that point. Game over. Blue team takes it.
Team Low Expectations, absolute beast. That bird will fall apart and crumble to the ground.
Indeed, man. We're going to have to get into game 2 and see just exactly how Rocket Jump can respond to this. Rocket Jump, man, very interesting group of guys. We asked them, what is it you would like us to say about you guys while we have the chance to here at BlizzCon? And you know what they said? They wanted us to thank their parents.
Which is totally cool, man.
Yeah, dude. They wanted us to thank their parents for being so supportive of their careers to be creative, to create content on YouTube, to do something a little bit different. I thought that was awesome, man. I definitely wanted to give a shout out to the parents of all those at Rocket Jump. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for supporting us nerds. And you know what? We love it.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. And we did actually ask the same questions for Team Low Expectations. Jesse Cox responded, single ladies, you can definitely reach out to him on Twitter.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
totally
those
wanting to
single
respond. So definitely do so if you get the chance.
Absolutely, man. You got to follow through if they ask.
All right, guys, we have a surprise for you in terms of Battlegrounds. We're going to show off our newest Battleground, Sky Temple, in game number 2. Now, remember, this is a best-of-3 series, so if we do have a win from Team Low Expectations, the tournament will be over. But let's go ahead and check out the new video on Sky Temple so you guys can get familiar with all the mechanics.
Hello and welcome to a Battleground overview for Heroes of the Storm. Let's take a quick look at what teams will need to focus on to find success on Sky Temple. Here of the Battleground, these temples randomly activate and provide a strategic opportunity for teams to take control of them. Keep in mind, however, that each temple is guarded by hostile mercenaries that will defend their sacred ground. In order to maintain control of a temple, you must remain in its proximity and continuously deal with these temple guardians who seek to defend it. Once a team secures an activated temple location, magical energy will begin to blast the opposing team's fortifications. This temple power should be an important objective for all teams, as it will quickly wear an enemy's defenses to dust. Holding a temple is challenging by itself, but the task magnifies greatly when an opposing team is vying for it as well. There are also 5 other mercenary camps spread across Sky Temple. Should a team find their opponent fortifying a position around a single temple, picking up a mercenary camp or 2 would be a great way to apply counter pressure. Will teams be able to access the sacred magic of Sky Temple, or will they fall to its power?
All right, guys, Sky Temple, this is our newest battleground.
It's beautiful,
dude,
man.
It is unbelievably beautiful. The artwork is incredible, but not only is it beautiful, it is incredibly complex. There is a lot going on in this battleground.
Yeah, and that was actually by design. The design team really wanted to take players out of lanes and kind of make it in the back of their head, like, I should be in lane experience. No, actually, there's a lot more stuff on the battleground that you have to deal with. So it's very, very busy, and it's designed like that on purpose. We want to really push you to the limits in all of our battlegrounds. So I'm excited to see what our teams do, as I think this is the first time they've actually played on the battleground.
Absolutely, man. First time the public is even going to get to see this thing. I'm super stoked. We're going to see some really interesting action. So I don't know, man. We should jump into our snake pick. We should take a look at exactly what these teams have chosen on this battleground.
Yeah, I'm looking for hopefully a lot of picks that can deal with mercenaries very well, such as Sonya, and then of course Gazel's even a great pick on this battleground. But it looks like immediately here Husky is going straight for the Protoss race. He's going
power.
for Tassadar, man.
Yeah, man. Husky known for his Protoss ability in SC2. He's going for the Tassadar. Does not surprise me in a second.
Wants to show off the power of the Protoss. He's so excited. Guys, can you listen to me, he says. We just picked Tassadar and we can totally win. And you know what? You totally could on this map, because Sidestorm is so great when it comes to mercenaries. Now, the red team, what are they going to pick up? Looks like they're going straight for Falstad and Brightwing once again.
And they like that combo. Of course, these two heroes really well known and synergized together. So much mobility, so much ability to control. Falstad, great damage dealer, especially if you can get the opposing team on the run or to line up to utilize that shock and awe. And again, Brightwing so mobile. Both heroes have access to that bribe, so they could get some quick merc camps if they want. Jimmy, man, he is a ham.
That's him, man. That's him. I hope he pulls up the Monarch Butterfly skin. It's one of my favorite skins on Brightwing, actually. Such a nice double pun, actually, overall. But man.